Kicking off our 3-week mountain bike trip in June 2024. This, of course, is a Walmart classic for a road trip. We were riding in Draper, Utah. Some beautiful views, and they have some really good trails there. We had a lot of fun in Utah. Next, we headed up to Idaho and scored some really good campsites and some cooler weather high up in the mountains in Idaho. We rolled into Jug Mountain, which is this awesome little resort. They have a golf course. Ollie and I took a cruise on the one wheel, and then we rode their sweet mountain bike trails, which are all pedal assist, perfect for the e-bike. Headed out of Idaho, and we were on our way to Hood River. One of the reasons we were at Hood River is for a van expo. So we were there for 2 days, but we did score some riding there as well. And Post Canyon, took a good little spill on one of the corners. It was pretty wet there, and we're not quite used to riding the wet terrain, but had a ton of fun out in Oregon. Of course, after every ride, you gotta make some grub, have a beer. This was a cool little campsite with a river running through it. Heading across the border. And finally, we get to the main event. We're crossing over the border into Canada. Ollie and I got stopped and detained for a little bit, but that didn't stop us. We got through. This is one of my favorite drives in the world, coming along the Sea to Sky Highway, heading up to Squamish. We did hit lots of rain on this trip. Only had a couple sunny days, but still had an awesome time. A couple clips are from the Whistler Bike Park. This trail is known as Dirt Merchant, which is an amazing jump line. Got to ride with our buddy Tyler from Northwest Conversions. He's a local up there, so we got to follow him around. He taught us in some gnarly lines, routes, and crazy stuff. We were lucky to make it out alive. These were a couple campsites that we stayed at. Scored this cool spot in Squamish, made a fire, and hung out. Before you know it, it was time to head back down into the States. Bellingham was the next destination, and man, they have some amazing trails. There's a reason there's so many bike companies located there. We had a ton of fun riding in Bellingham. Before you know it, we're back at another Walmart. Next up, we were following our tracks back to Colorado, but first we had a stop at Silver Mountain in Idaho, home to the longest gondola in the country. You actually rode down into a valley and then up over into the ski resort. They had some really cool trails there. We also got rained on here, but had some great fun riding there. Beers afterwards, as always. Got to take Ollie for a little cruise. And the last stop of our 3-week trip was Big Sky, Montana. They have a great bike park there. They opened this new jump line with some lofty booters, some big old ski style jumps. we got super lucky. We kept going over this trail called Ninja Marmot, which is their biggest like pro style jump line, and it was closed. We saw the workers working on it, and finally one of the times we dropped in, they cut the rope and we were free to go on it. So we had first tracks, or one of the first tracks on this jump line that they just freshly built. Super fun, big gaps, really big corners, and yeah, some lofty jumps. So a couple sketchy moments in here, but it was yeah, super fun time at Big Sky.
Ollie, bison? Those bison.
And then a surprise on the way home, it took us through Yellowstone National Park, which was beautiful. Lots of things to look at on the way home. What an awesome trip. One I won't soon forget. And yeah, can't wait to be back up in Whistler. Feeling blessed.